Good morning students and welcome to your science class. Today we are going to start with the first chapter in your science textbook, that is crop production and management. Before moving on to the crop production and management, we must know the meaning of agriculture. So we can define agriculture as the science which mainly deals with the diverse processes or methods used for cultivating different varieties of plants and livestock farming or animal husbandry on the basis of human requirements. A very large definition. So let's make it a simpler one. What agriculture means? It is the science. Science means to study, to know. Okay? So science which deals with the diverse processes of cultivating different varieties of plants. When we are cultivating different varieties of plants using different processes and many different methods, along with the livestock farming, which is also known as animal husbandry, in which we use different animals, we rear them, we breed them, and we make use of them in agriculture. Okay, so we are purposely rearing and breeding the animals for our agricultural use or for our own requirements, the human requirements. This is known as agriculture. So your livestock farming and your crop production and your crops and your animal husbandry, all that comprise to make agriculture, which is a branch of science. Now, what are crops? As the chapter name is crop production, first of all we must know what is the meaning of crop. So crops are the plants of a same variety cultivated on a large scale. When we grow a few plants in a garden, that doesn't mean that these are crops. When we grow many plants of the same variety on a large scale or a large land or area, it is referred to as crops. Now, production means when we are producing something or we are making something, and management means if we are doing something purposefully, defining certain steps and using various methods, and then we are from our raw materials to our end product, whatever steps and everything, whatever implements we are using, all that comes under the category of management. Okay, so basically in this chapter we are going to know how the crops are produced and how this all process is being managed. Now, as we have just learned about the crops, we have to know that India is a country that has many variety of crops cultivated throughout the country. Okay, throughout our country or at different places we have different types of crops which are being cultivated. So some crops are based on the place where they are found out, and some are based on the type of crop they are. Type of crop in a sense that some are vegetables, some are fruits, some are pulses, some are cereals, and so on. Now here in this class we are going to learn another types of crops based on different seasons. Now just think of it, can we all find mangoes in the winter season, or we have our maize or your bhutta in the summer season? No, there is a specific season for growing and harvesting all different types of crops. So here we are dividing the crops into two major types, that is kharif crops and rabi crops. Now the kharif crops are known as monsoon crops or the rainy crops. Why? Because they are sown in the rainy season. The term used is monsoon crops. Monsoon is nothing but the rainy season. So we can remember it as they are sown in rainy season and they are affected by the rainfall pattern. If in rainy season the rainfall is less, then the kharif crops will get affected. If there is more rainfall, again the kharif crops get affected. So the rainfall pattern affects the crop production. Then they are harvested between June to September. Our monsoon season or the rainy season starts from June and ends till September. So this is the basic time period which is utilized by the monsoon crops. They are sown in somewhere around June. Then they require a lot of water for their seed germination. Germination means the roots, the baby roots and shoots, you can say, they will come out in the germination period. Okay, the baby roots and shoots of the plant come out in the germination period and it ends till September and then it is harvested. Now, it requires hot weather and a large amount of water to grow. As they are monsoon crops, obviously they will be requiring a large amount of water and a hot weather. Now remember, how do you feel in June and July? Is it hot or cold? It's really hot. Though there is a rainy season in some parts of India, in a place like Rampur, we are all wet in our sweat. So we all are wet and sweat in this June and July season, that means it is very hot in these 2 months. Okay, so it requires a hot weather and a large amount of water to grow. The examples of the kharif crops are paddy, that is rice, maize, jowar, soya bean, cotton. All these crops are the ones which require a lot of water to be grown or to be cultivated. So the examples you can easily remember by just knowing that the crops which require a lot of water are known as kharif crops. The lot of water will be available in the monsoon season and it will be affected by the rainfall pattern. And then it requires a hot weather. Our monsoon season lasts from June to September. So this is the harvesting period, or you can say the cultivation period of the kharif crops. Let's move on to the next type of crop, that is rabi crops. Now the rabi crops are also known as winter crops. So they are sown in winter season. As there is no rain in rabi season, or you can say winter season, we can say that these crops are not affected by the rainfall pattern and they are harvested between October to March. So just after the kharif crops that ends till September, we have October, November, December, January, February and March. 6 long months are required for cultivation of the rabi crops. Now these crops require warm climate for seed germination and cold climate to grow. A warm climate means the climate which is neither cold nor very hot. So this kind of climate is there in October. So in October the climate is a little bit warmer, which is very much essential for the germination of seeds of these kind of crops. And then they require a cold climate. From November to December, January, February, the climate is becoming colder and colder. So this cold climate is very much essential or required by these rabi crops for their growth. The examples of rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard, linseed. All these crops are the ones which do not require a large amount of water. They require a specific amount of water, but the quantity should not exceed a certain limit. Okay. Now, apart from these two, there is one more type of crop that we are going to study now. Our next variety of crop, or the third variety of crop, depending upon the season, is known as zaid crop. Okay, so these zaid crops are also known as summer crops. So as the name suggests, we now come to know that these are the crops which are sown in the summer season. These are the crops which are harvested or cultivated between the rabi and kharif crops. The rabi crops, the season ends till March, and the kharif crops season start from June. Okay, so March, April, May and June. So some part of March and some part of June, into these 2, 3 or maximum 4 months, these zaid crops are cultivated. They are sown in the summer season starting from March. In the month of March, the seeds of zaid crops are sown. Then during this period, March and April, the 2 months they require for germination of seeds. Okay, the germination of seeds require March to April, around 2 months are required, not complete 2 months, 1 or more than 1. Then May and June, there is a lot of heat. There is a lot of heat in May and June, and this heat, or you can say the dry and long days, are required for the flowering to occur. So when the plant becomes, come across its germination period, and then it reaches its vegetative period. After the vegetative period, means the period of growth, the plant gives rise to flowers. Okay, the flowers will the flowers will be coming in the plant after all the growth of the plant is complete. Then only the reproduction will start, and before reproduction, the flowering has to take place, which requires long and dry days. Now we can think of it, it's April, and we are seeing that from April and May, the flowering of these zaid crops starts. So have you seen any kind of flowers in this season? Or we can also think of the season, how it is. We have long and dry days, means long and dry hours are there of the day, and at night the temperature is a little bit cooler than the entire day. So in the morning or in the afternoon time, daytime, the weather is dry, the days are very long, the soil is warm, a little bit hot, and at night the temperature will go on decreasing. Whether at daytime the temperature is very high. We feel the thirst in this season the most. The examples of the zaid crop or the summer crops are most of the fruits, vegetables and pulses. So many fruits and vegetables and some kind of pulses are cultivated in this season. At present, we are able to see so many vegetables and fruits like cucumber, pumpkin, all different kinds of melons, limes and tomato. These are very much available in this season. So with this we have completed our crops and the 3 kinds of crops which we can broadly divide on the basis of different seasons These crops are known as Kharif crops, which are also known as monsoon crops, Rabi crops, which are also known as winter crops, and Zaid crops, which are also known as summer crops. So with these three types of crops, the whole year the farmers are busy cultivating and harvesting different types of crops, and these crops are very essential for all of us, as from these crops we get not only the food of different variety like vegetables, fruits, pulses, cereals, but also we get different products. The plant products that we get, they are also obtained from different types of crops. The one example I can give you is of cotton. Okay, cotton is also a plant product, and cotton plants are also cultivated in Kharif season, or you can say the rainy season. Similarly, jute plants are also cultivated for obtaining jute. Like this, we also get coir, which is used in making the cushions or for making mattresses. The coir is obtained from coconut plant. So like this, we all get different types of crops or different types of crop products, and all these are available to us due to the presence of farmers who are working very hard day and night for cultivation of all these crops.